Hello, it's Sunday. So I'm here. Uh, it's Sunday night. It's 1 hour of science fiction chat. And I thought tonight's conversation would be your favorite movies, top 5 movies of all time, and TV series. All right, Real Talk. How are you, bud? It's good to see you. Have you had a good week? Uh, I thought tonight's chat would be on your favorite 5 top movies of all time and your favorite 5 television series of all time. Um, so tell me your top 5 films and tell me your top 5 movies. Tell me your top 5 TV series, and we'll make a start. So, right, I'm here. So for me, UFO TV series, Star Trek, the original series, Deep Space Nine, The Prisoner, and Battlestar Galactica, the 70s one. Hi, Tiger. Hard to quantify, really. Hang on, it's probably is. uh, hey, yes, hi, Jane. How are you? I hope you've all had a good week. We're on about our all top 5 movies of all time and top 5 series and why. Oh yeah, definitely The Prisoner for me in my top 5. Yeah, I've got it really is just some guy, UFO heroes, Buffy, Angel, and more, and bits of motel. Uh, I think I'm gonna as a 5. I think we should expand to a 5 backup actually as well. Do you know what I mean? Because I've just had a mind flash of extra, at least 10 television series that have come into my head. But I'm trying to keep it down to the 5 I always sort of grew up around and why. For me, Deep Space Nine is the best Star Trek ever made. But I've got to admit, I've got to put Buffy and Angel in there as well. You know, really needs to be put in there. Right, so hang on. Deadpool 2, Avengers Endgame, Hulk, Avengers Age of UFO TV says, nice collection. I like that. Yeah, I've got to put Avengers Endgame definitely in Infinity War, but I'll class that as one choice for both of them because they're like joined together. But definitely them, Avengers Endgame. Yeah, definitely. Right, what have we got? Tiger, The Prisoner. Yeah, brilliant series. Jane, have you seen Doctor Sleep official teaser trailer? No, Jane, we're on about the top 5 movies of all time, your favorites, and the top 5 TV series as well of all time. So, what's your 5 favorite movies, Jane? Just some guy, UFO heroes, Buffett Angel, Mark Reese. I've got a memory disc of Bates Motel, so I'm gonna sort of take a look at that. Joshua, mine's above Prison. I love that. I've got to put Space Above and Beyond in there for me as well. All right, top 10. We're gonna go beyond 5, aren't we? I've got to put in Space Above and Beyond and Babylon 5. Do you know what I mean? Babylon 5. I think the favourite movie, hang on, just some guys trying to compare Empire and Revenge of the Sith. It's a toughie. It is a bloody toughie. And you put me in a toughie spot there. That it is tough. It's a toughie, that one. It's what Q used to say. It's a Picard, didn't it? That's a toughie, that one. Compare Empire and Revenge of the Sith. It's got to be Empire, hasn't it? For the dramatic of Empire. Yeah, again, I don't know. Revenge at Sith is, he just manipulates everything, doesn't he? Just some guy, Tiger. Was The Prisoner really a sci-fi show? Though certainly arguments can be made. That's a toughie. Was it a sci-fi show? I don't know. That is an interesting one. It sort of came out in the thing of science fiction, but it really fits today's with what's going on, doesn't it? About being an individual and all this. I think the methods how they used to extract things for him were quite scientific, science fiction. But yet again, I mean, we have a lot of that technology today, don't we? I mean, they shoved him in virtual reality back in '60s in one of the episodes when they went into his head, didn't they? You know what? You know, real talk. How are you, bud? Good to hear from you. I like Voyager. Yeah, this is it. I hope we don't get to having a top 15. Good God. Do you know what I mean? One of my all-time favourite films. Oh, Andromeda Strain. I haven't seen that in years. That is a bloody good film, is that? Didn't they remake that as well? I've seen the first purge. I've not seen the TV series. I've seen it on Amazon. Hang on. Just some guy. Honestly, Martin recommended Bates Hotel. I was dubious, but I've hammered the first season and the set characters, storylines, everything. Trust me, Martin. Trust me, you'll want more. Is it one of them where you're like, you haven't seen it yet, and then you start watching, like, say, first, when they get all sly, you watch the first couple of episodes, and by the third episode, and it's like 11:30 at night, and you think, oh God, I'm going to watch another one. And then it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and you're still going, and you don't want to go to bed because you're at a point in the series where you just got to eat more. That is a great TV series. I'm going to try Bates Motel. What's it on? Is it on Amazon or Netflix? And what I started on Jessica Jones when I got in last night. I'm 3 episodes in. So I'm going to finish Jessica Jones by tomorrow, I'm hoping. But I want really that into second series of Jessica Jones. I don't know. The Marvel Netverse, I've been a bit, sort of bit of it's been a bit of a letdown, hasn't it? I do like Jessica Jones, though. I like The Punisher. I did like The Punisher. I found Luke Cage. I liked Luke Cage when he was in Jessica Jones. And I thought first series you were getting to know character, but second series I were in and out on it. And then what is it? Danny Rand, Iron Fist. I didn't really sort of float into that. I just thought they wasted an opportunity. But I did like the episode where they both teamed up, him and Power Man. And when with Luke Cage and stuff, I thought that was brilliant. And it should have been more like that. Defenders were all right, bit of a letdown, but it wasn't bad. But Jessica Jones season 1, superb. But I'll let you know how I feel about when I get through it. I've got 9 episodes to go. Right, hang on. Honestly, Jane, The Shawshank Redemption, The Godfather, The Wizard of Oz, yeah, classic. Lawrence of Arabia, a spectacular film. Love the cinematography for that with the desert scenes and everything. And Godfather 2. Ooh, that's a nice choice there, Jane. Notice they're all big, massive, long type movies. The Ozman. Hey, Ozman, I'm good, man. How are you? Have you had a good week? We're talking about Netflix first. Are we annoyed with it? Have we been let down? It was the top 5, but we're going to call it our top TV series of all time and our top movies. Do you know what I mean? Because I ended up going beyond 5, and I think we all have. So, your reasons why as well. What makes that series or movie so special? Just some guy. The original set, as you know, is the Universal Studios. This rebuild in Canada. The sets are now imperfect. Trust me, I've been going to bed at 5 a.m. That good. Stream it to Sky on Demand. Oh, it's one of them, isn't it? It's one of them. Yeah, when Dark Matter, when I got into Dark Matter, I put it on. I couldn't turn it off. I was up till 6 o'clock in the morning. I think that was going through second season of that. Couldn't turn it off. Do you know what I mean? It was one cliffhanger after another. All right, 11:45. Good to hear from you, man. You know, I hope you've had a good week. I hope you've all had a good week. Yeah, you know. 11:45. The best series for me is Buffy season 1 to 5, as the last two are a bit of a letdown. Why do you think? I quite enjoyed Buffy season 7, but 5 was with Glory, wasn't it? That was short, and then 6. Oh, yeah, I wasn't really into the evil Willow thing. It really didn't do it for me. You know, Willow, it was like they'd lost track a bit. But I thought season 7 made up for it. But that's fair enough. But yeah, I think like season 5 with Glory is just excellent, honestly. And I like the initiative as well. You know, I did get a bit fed up of Buffy and her relationships though at times, especially with him from the initiative, Riley. They didn't know what to do with his character, did they? But Spike, best vampire out there. How about Hammer, Quatermass, and the Pit? Released in North America as the 5 million years to Earth. Fun and scary. The Ozman, crappy week, but it's the start of a new one. Yeah, same here, mate. My week's been up and down. Sorry, Tiger, right? Quatermass, Pit. Quatermass and the Pit is an amazing film, but I've got that on Blu-ray, you know. You know, have you seen the ending with the credits when they're all stood against the wall, or like really had a big head fuck? Brilliant, isn't it? You know, I do like the Quatermass films though. I even like the TV series as well that were made on ITV. 11:45. I really like the Dark Willow. Yeah, I was sort of floated with it. I was expecting more impacts with it. I don't know. I'd really gotten into Willow, and I think they could have made it much more darker. You know. The Osman just popped to Cello. Have a great week, everyone. And you, bud. It's good to hear from you. 11:45. I love it how it all comes together in season 7. Finally, I liked him from Firefly as that creepy vicar. Nathan, you know when he played that vicar, I thought he was excellent. Him when he picked her up and then he just killed everybody. I mean, he was quite scary because that one looked like the entity of evil was involved, wasn't it? A brilliant season, and Spike sacrificed himself. Just some guy. I love it all. Comes together. It does 11:45 totally. I think Buffy really picked up after Graduation Day. I love Graduation Day. It got banned in America for a while, that didn't it? You know, when I thought he was a great villain, Lord Mayor, though. You know, he really was. I love you. Right, nice to everybody, but he was just pure evil, wasn't he? I think Buffy really picked up after Graduation Day every season from him. Don't count the episode one more time with feeling, though. So, I started watching like an 80s film last night. I hadn't seen it for years. Have you seen My Science Project? It's on YouTube. It's like an Ivan Reitman movie. It's like one of them movies. Load of kids find a time warp drive and all these past and future come through. And Dennis Hopper plays this hippie teacher. I do recommend it. You know. And it was really good. It's on YouTube. Found it up when I got in last night. I just think Buffy had picked up. All right, Jen. TV series, Star Trek, Cheers. Yeah, I like Cheers. Game of Thrones, not touching it. Not going anywhere near Game of Thrones. Didn't mind Friends. Used to watch it with my ex-girlfriend on a Friday night. Doctor Who, definitely. X-Files, yes. Didn't like X-Files after season. It got it. The trouble is, by the time we got season 9 and 10, it went up its own ass. I got a bit lost with it. But I'd say first 7 seasons of X-Files, marvellous. And the first 3 seasons are the best. But I did like I ain't seen the latest release they did of the new one. And I'm watching season 11 now. The 6th part, but they brought a 10-parter out. I hadn't seen that yet. But Jane, I won't be touching Game of Thrones. I'm just not going to bother. I don't want to sit through 7 seasons and feel extremely disappointed. Uh, Doctor Who, half and half on that now. Anything before her, I'm interested. Twin Peaks absolutely does a classic. Have you seen the new version? A friend of mine is watching the new series. I think he's bought it actually. Uh, all right, Pete, you're back. We're on about all-time favorite TV series, uh, all-time favorite movies. We were going to do a top five, but we all ended up going beyond the top five. The Netflix verse of Marvel on Netflix, which as of now has come to an end with Jessica Jones. And yeah, just some guy, the good discernment not to watch Game of Thrones. I am not touching Game of Thrones at all, mate. I'm not going to bother. I'm not one to sort of agree with people, when they don't want to, like, if you haven't seen it, but I can't bother sitting through 7 seasons of that to get through to nowhere, to just be disappointed. So, I sat through every season of Lost, and, final series were just awful. Until then, it were marvelous. What I find what they do is, you get these amazing series, and season one has got you addicted. It's like season two, and then season three, you get the big build up. Season four it dips a bit, yeah, but you fit, and then suddenly you get a big bang, and then final season, it's just to lose the plot, and you're like, what the hell's going on in this series or whatever it is? And they're doing that a lot. It's like they never get the ending right to anything, do they? Just some guy, right? Oh, Pete, Babylon 5, one of the greatest television series ever made, stands out today. One of my all-time favorites. It truly was. Tiger B5 agreed. I could just talk about Babylon 5 for hours, honestly. And he got it all right, didn't he? Politically, makes you wonder if President Clark is running the world now. We need a Sheridan out there, don't we? Just some guy. Can you see the aliens with those shades on? No. I'm looking at a sign. It's going obey. Over there, it says worship money. No, I went out last night. Got a bit of a hangover. Can you see aliens? All right. Have you seen Chernobyl? No, but I've got the first episodes up and ready to go. I'm starting on Chernobyl this week. I'm going through Jessica Jones at the moment. I have to finish that off. Have you seen Pete? They have high concept, but they don't have the intelligence to finish it properly. That way, Babylon 5 was great because he knew how it ended from the beginning. But he did alter the story quite a lot, didn't he? Because Sinclair left, there were quite a lot of alterations. But I'm not bothered about that. Because Laurel Takashima, before Ivanova, she was going to betray her, wasn't she? And he had to alter the story with Sinclair, wasn't it, about the Valen thing and all that. But it didn't matter what he created. The only problem was that the Shadow War were too short. We'd had 4 years build up of Shadow War. But it did make up when Sheridan tried taking Earth back, which were truly spectacular. I mean, the scope of the battles and what Clark were a monster, wasn't he? Hang on, Pete. Have you, Pete? They have high concept, but they don't have the intelligence to finish it properly. That way, Babylon 5 was great because he knew how it ended from the beginning. Yeah, he did. He did, and he had. You're right there. He did. He had backups, didn't he? Through it, to just in case anything happened to any of his characters. But I love Babylon 5. I could just watch it. Seven Dreams were my favorite episode in season 3. When Sheridan cut themselves off from Earth and Earth Alliance came after them. And the technology, I love the human technology, with the rotating sections on the ships. Jane, have you seen Chernobyl and Peaky Blinders series? No, but I'm ready to watch Chernobyl this week. Just some guy. That Bates Hotel reimagined is a must. That honestly, you buked. It's got so many layers to it. It gave me a new interest lately, as it's quiet on the new stuff at the Mo. Well, it is. Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm running out of stuff to watch actually. Tiger Jerry Anderson's UFO underrated. Oh God, yeah. I think UFO was 20, 30 years beyond its time. I mean, and the stories in UFO were really scary. Do you know what I mean? I mean, there was some real mind-bending episodes in there. Have you seen the LSD episode? That got banned in UK, that did. You know, nobody saw it till it come out on video. You know, I mean, it were crazy, wasn't it? I mean, and what a cool organisation. Shadow Supreme Headquarters Alien Defence Organisation. Just some guy. That Bates, all right, hang on, Tiger. Jerry, you're underrated. Yeah, a lot of people crap on it for looking so much like Thunderbirds, but the stories were awesome. No, I think it's unfair that people did crap on it because I thought the vehicles in it were superb. But don't watch it on Blu-ray on a 4K telly. You see paint stains on sets in background and not makeup. It sort of killed it. Straker's wigs, hideous. But it's fantastic. UFO is what it is. And, you know, they were going to remake it, weren't they? And it never happened. And they set up a website and they had all the new interceptor designs on it, but they didn't get the financing to make the UFO movie. I don't know why Netflix or Amazon could not finance a new series with some decent writers. Jane, best series, Lucifer or Angel? So I've not seen Angel and Lucifer. No, I don't know. No, you're not getting me there. What's best, Angel? Shall we have a vote? What's your favourite, Lucifer or Angel? I think Angel stands differently to Lucifer. I love Lucifer though, you know, but I love Angel. I can't answer that. I like them both. I really do. You know, like Angel were on through a very good time in my life. So I got purple wigs. Oh God, yeah. I used to fancy Gabrielle Drake. You know, she was like the love of my life for years. You know, she's stunning, wasn't she, Gabrielle Drake? Pete, I want to see UFO. Oh, it's superb. It's on YouTube, Pete, if you want to watch it. The old series is on YouTube. Just some guy. UFO is Jerry Anderson's treat for the adult. It was. It was. I thought it was better than Space 1999. Probably get shot down for saying that. I really did. I thought it were better than Space 1999. But Space 1999 was gonna. It was officially the sequel, but the altered concept, didn't they? Pete, I've been playing Kotar. Pisses all over Disney Star Wars. Just some guy. Once you look past the Jerry Anderson models, etc., it has so many deep, predictive storylines. Man, what a series! Regardless of eyeliner, close up on Straker and Foster. Well, I'm gonna say this. I totally agree with you, I'll tell you why. One episode, Straker let his son die. Do you remember when he uses that shadow trans? He says to his wife, and son gets knocked over, doesn't he? And he says, "I can, you know, I'll get this stuff for my son." And he tells his wife and George Sewell's character, I forgot his name now. He turns a UFO lands, doesn't it? And he turns the Shad Air transport, and they can't get the serum to his kid, and he dies. And it's just so she's screaming at him, and it's so powerful. I mean, that's a man. I mean, he let his kid. Well, he didn't let his kid die because he said to Colonel Freeman, he said, "I've turned that transport round," and he said, "What have you done?" And he said, "Oh, well, no, we've got a UFO landing. We had to take it were nearest one." I mean, UFO, good God, man. It was, even today, it stands out as one of the best television television series of all time. It does. UFO is one of the best television series ever created. Just some guy, Angel, hands down. Well, yeah, just some. I think, yeah, I'll go with Angel because Lucifer's totally different, and it's a different thing, isn't it? You know, it's gone a different path to what Angel were just beating monsters up every week with the big story. At Lucifer's shagging and drinking and doing crazy. It's like Lucifer's like Spike as the devil, isn't it? Of course, that's some of the best writing in Star Wars history. That twist. Tell us more. Tell us more. Gabriel, just some guy, Gabriel Drake in that short silver dress. When she was walking through that corridor and got, oh God. You mean behind that weird mirror thing? Yeah. I've got to admit, have you ever seen the views for that on YouTube? That clip. I met Gabrielle Drake years ago at a convention. She doesn't really do a lot of them. And I got her autograph. She was such a lady, though. She was lovely. Oh, right. Exactly, Pete. Exactly, Tiger. Kota is brilliant. Just some guy. Oh, God. When Straker's son died and his wife wailing and he's echoing in his head, saying she never wanted to see him again. Weren't that in Confetti Check or A-OK? No, wasn't that the one where he got married? Confetti Check A-OK. I think that's where he got married, I think. But it was. I mean, to do that in 1970, they never did out like that, did they? You know, really. They never touched anything like that, did they? You know, which is sort of, you know, I mean, and he still carried on with his mission, didn't he? He never told any of them back at, my kids' dad. He never told them, did he? Just got on with it. I mean, Straker, if you've got like, we'll have to have like a poll on the best sci-fi commanders out there. Straker's definitely in the top 3. Just for duty alone. Some of the best writing styles that twist. That's true. Gabriel Drayton, right. Have you seen Mark Hamill's son Nathan Hamill in Collider? Also, Ralph Macchio was in Collider. No, I haven't. No, Jane, I haven't. Pete, exactly. Target Cottars, brilliant. Oh, God, when Straker's son died, his wife. All right. Target's Colonel Freeman. I missed him when he didn't come back for the second part. I like Foster as well. Paul Foster. Remember that episode with Cat? When it got when the aliens put themselves in its head with that cat, and it all got done by them fox on, by them dogs. And brilliant episode. Buffy and Angel in Lucifer season 5. Yeah. No, I like Buffy and Angel. I like the whole romance between them, Jane. I thought it was really good. They sort of it was Cora thing, wasn't it? But then Spike turned up, didn't he? And he got involved, didn't he? Buffy and Angel in Lucifer season 5. All right. How are they in season? Buffy. All right. Jen said, I'll have to give it a whirl. Thank you. Because it turns out the Sith villain was you. Yes, Confetti Check episode. And that astronaut had her mind blanked at the end and had to re-meet Foster. Oh, God, the Dalatech affair. Oh, yeah, Nathan Bridge. Yeah, I've got Sequest DSV. I've got seasons 1 and 2. I've got, season 1 and 2. You can't get that in UK, season 3. But it is on YouTube. But season 3 were awful, weren't they? They truly lost their way in season 3. But I did like Sequest when it went to that. It got sucked up by that big UFO. And do you remember that? When they went to that water planet. But Nathan Bridger was a fantastic commander. Oh, yes, and Commander Koenig. Yeah, Koenig was a good one. I mean, very dedicated to his people, wasn't he? And he won't. He stood his ground against powers far superior to him, and he sort of came through. Just some guy, yeah, it was Odd Freeman leaving. Oh God, the cat with 9 lives weren't an alien implant that distracted that couple on the road at night. Yeah. Hey, that was a. You remember that fight scene with that guy who like where cat were like he were like that. Do you remember that fight scene? Him and Foster and Straker figured it all out. Season 3 Sequest, don't say. I agree totally. Michael Ironside took over now, and they found Sequest in a field. Sequest DSV 2038. Just that it were awful, wasn't it? It were awful. You know, best TV series of all time, A-Team and Knight Rider. Oh, come on, please, Jane. No, what the A-Team? You know, Jane, I can't stand watching that. I don't mind. I can watch the odd episode at 80. I did own box set. I traded it in CX. What's this? Oh God, the Ark. That was terrible. You know, Knight Rider's cool, Jane. I'm not gonna knock Knight Rider. Knight Rider's brilliant. You know, but I've got a friend. I know from I've been to conventions with. He bought a replica car of Knight Rider. Yeah, he takes it to cons and stuff. I think he has it out for weddings and that. I don't know if he's what he's doing with it. I know he said it costs quite a bit to keep up with it because he's always having problems or something. So I don't know. Because you got to send off at parts from States and that. It's a T-top, isn't it? Team Knight Rider were good. Does anybody remember Team Knight Rider? Now that's going back. Airwolf. Oh God, yeah, that's one of the. That's my out of that time. Out of somebody put this great picture up on Facebook, and it was a picture of Airwolf, Knight Rider, A-Team, and Street Hawk all going into battle. Out of that entire Airwolf was the best series apart from season 4, which I deny season 4 totally. It just doesn't exist. You know, I don't even want to see season 4. The A-Team, I mean, A-Team's terrible, isn't it? It is. A-Team is absolutely terrible, isn't it? A-Team is just terrible. I tried watching it. I bought this box set. I found it. It was in like an ammo box. I reviewed it. And I watched about 4 episodes. And after that, I couldn't watch anymore. Well, they're going out I mean, you lock them in a garden shed, right? There's a mattress, a bed, some garden tools. And there was like a railway track running through shed. And in this episode I saw, and they built themselves a tank, and it were on a bed frame, and they came flying out of this shed, and he had a drill, he had and he were firing cabbages, and they were exploding. Oh come on, yeah, and they never killed anybody. You know, I could understand why we're like, you know, the film were better. I thought the film was superb. You know, the film. I just thought the film is what the A-Team could have been. Pete, the A-Team, are you mad? Jane, just some guy in the 80s, everyone was talking about the A-Team and Knight Rider. They were, hey, we got it every Friday night on Yorkshire TV. I used to watch before I went out. I mean, back then it was different. I think it was simplistic viewing with A-Team, wasn't it? I mean, there were nothing complicated about it. Somebody turns up. He's dressed up as a Chinese washerman called Mr. Ting. No, well, he is, isn't he? And then he says, "Come back tomorrow." And then they end up going to some car park, and they get the person, and suddenly they reveal themselves. He's a master of disguise, isn't he, Hannibal? And suddenly, you've just hired the A team. Then they go off, make themselves known to the baddies or whoever. Then the baddies capture them and then lock them in a shed or a garage or somewhere. There's something in there that's going to get them out. They build the most ridiculous device ever. Come out, music kicks in, shoot everybody. Then there's a punch up, Mr. T, throwing people over and catch out baddies. And then Hannibal sparks the cigar and goes, "I love it when a plan comes together." And then Colonel, and then in background, you wait police sirens, and it's Colonel Decker who's been chasing them every single week, and they just speed off in the van. And then one the season 5 with Robert Vaughan was just where they tried sort of making him that they work for that secret government organisation. I just sorry, I just can't bother with it. I know it's a classic of its time. It wasn't Airwolf. Airwolf were dark. Airwolf were the stories. I mean, it was just dark with Airwolf. And he did. He killed everybody every week in that bloody helicopter, didn't he? The 18 Mayuma, just some guy that everyone's talking about. So I go, how about Starlost? God, not Starlost. Are you? Come on. Starlost. Good God, no. I saw that on VHS, yeah. You're going back there. Starlost with the Ark. And Chekhov turn up in that. Oh God, Starlost, bloody hell. I actually had that. Do you remember? There's another one. Do you remember? Oh, what were it about space ladies? And Blake were in it from Blake 7. Oh, Judy Gleason were in it. It was about that planet and Star Maidens. And yeah, now I'm going back there. Do you remember Star Maidens? Yeah, German European science fiction about a planet of women. And Blake's Gareth Thomas him and his mate escape, and these women follow him to Earth because all women dominate men in their society. And the police women wear knickers and bras and big laser guns on their legs. And there's pictures of men vacuuming up everywhere and all that in their perfect society. Starlost, I'm being serious. Hang on, Airwolf. Hang on, just some guy. Jane, don't hang on. Just some guy that right. Just some guy. Jane, don't forget Straight Hawk, Jesse Max, classic. Only made 13 episodes, didn't they? Rex Harrison, fantastic was Straight Hawk, and what a cool soundtrack as well. And that bike was cool with its particle beam and its missiles and its guns, and it had turbo boost, it's at max speed. Just some guy, Jane. Oh yeah, Manimal. Oh God, Manimal. Did you know there was a sequel episode to Manimal? Have you seen Nightman? Nightman ran for 3 seasons about that guy that had the power of the universe, and he was a jazz singer, and he wore that ridiculous suit. Well, he teamed up with Manimal in one of his episodes. They brought him out, Simon McCorkindale, and teamed him up as Manimal. I'm being serious. It's on YouTube. Manimal meets Nightman. I'm not making that up. Hang on. Airwolf was ruined by just some guy. Airwolf was ruined by killing off Dom. I know. I saw that episode where they killed off String as well. When he ended up in hospital, and then suddenly his brother had turned up because he'd been working for CIA for 20 years undercover. That was just ridiculous. It undid the last 3 seasons, didn't it? Just some guy and Manimal. Jane, oh yeah, Manimal was Simon McCorkindale, R.I.P. Yeah. McCorkindale was married in life to Susan Blake from Straw. He was. Good movie, if you know what I mean. I have not seen Straw Dogs in years. Was she in Man About the House? Best TV original, Bob. All right, Bob. Oh, it's been a while. I hope you're okay and had a good week. Best TV original, Twilight Zone, definitely the black and white ones. I've seen one episode at new series, can't bothered with it. Cannot beat the Rod Serling classics. Twilight, the 80s weren't too bad when they did the 80s Twilight, but it wasn't the original black and whites with Rod Serling stood in the corner doing everybody's heads in. Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone's were good, agreed. And Tales from, oh God, Tales from the Dark Side. Bobo, I also like 10 episodes of Lone Gun. Oh, yeah. Do you remember everybody said that about the conspiracy, didn't they? Because in first episode, they stopped that organisation attacking the Twin Towers, don't they? Do you remember that? And everybody sort of put it into the old conspiracy thing. Jiggle, my dirty, smelly, moist, tight, brown puffle. I just did poo poo. Hello and welcome to the channel. Jan Michael Vincent was pissed as fart flying Airwolf. He was. Apparently, there were a lot of problems on set with him, weren't there? Hang on. Right. Oh, right. Oh, wow. Tuesday. Just some girl, wow, Judy Gayson, little stunner, and her sister Esther. Oh God, yeah. Well, does anybody remember Star Maidens though? Daniel's hot topics. All right, Daniel, how are you? Finally got here in time. Hi, Matty, what's up? We're on about all-time favorite science fiction stuff and movies and films and why. Do you know what I mean? Oh, Daniel, Picard, they've had test audience, not getting good ratings, is it? You know, the Picard series, I thought I'd mention that. They did test audiences, you know, for the Picard series. And it's not gone down well. But I've not seen it yet. But seriously, it's not gone down. And it's not just on one site, it's all over the place. Finally got her in time. Was it? Pete, oh, God, I know what he had a drug problem as well and wrapped a car. Only he did. He lost his leg, didn't he? Bobo, 13 episodes of Crusade B5 spin off. Crusade were marvelous. Have you listened to the DVD commentaries on them discs, Bob? Because pretty interesting where all that were going to go, you know. They were going to solve the virus by the end of the first season, but Gideon were going to get killed at the end of the first season. Somebody shoots him because it's something to do with the shadow conspiracy with the technology. And he merges with that apocalypse box and comes back because they were going to go into what the apocalypse. Remember that box he used to talk to? Because Galen knew about it and there was something going on about that. So I don't know where it would have gone, but it would have been bloody interesting. You know, I didn't have time for Rangers. That was just crap. You know, the Babylon 5 Rangers, that one-off pilot episode. Have you seen Babylon 5 The Lost Tales as well? That's not bad. Cheap and nasty, though. Martin, have you played Destroy All Humans? Yes, on PlayStation 2. But I know they're re-releasing it, Daniel, this year, I think. And I think there's a test thing on Xbox to play it as well. Like for 2 days. But they are releasing it. I think it's this year it's coming out. That's right. I remember that Manimal. Oh, God, yeah, Manimal. Yeah, it was terrible, Manimal, wasn't it? Well, what if when he changed into a dog and he got caught by RSPCA? You know, for like running down road as a dog and he got picked up by Pound. Sorry. Also, man. Yeah, I mean, that was beyond its time. That came out sort of after Tron, didn't it? Because his costume had them effects, didn't it? Yeah, created him on that computer and he come out and the car, a helicopter. Didn't he have a boat as well? And he had that computer thing that followed him around everywhere. You know, Jane, not saying that, but I saw Banana Man. Banana Man. Fucking Banana Man. Jane, Banana Man is a British classic. It is. It is. Hey, get this, right? I saw a trailer today, Pete, everybody, right? You know the banana splits, right? They've remade it and they've turned it into a horror movie. It's all over internet. Got the trailers online right now. They've remade the Banana Splits into a horror movie. I'm being serious. You remember the na 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 na, you know all that the Banana Splits, you know. Bubba MacGyver, yes, hi. MacGyver knows the A Team, does he? Did MacGyver and the A Team? No, they didn't. No, I don't think they did. You know, I no MacGyver was so it's MacGyver has a lot of class compared to 18. You know, he did. MacGyver was a solid, intelligent program. I mean, 18, bloody hell. Peter Kurtzman might be sacked. It's rumoured, yeah, it is. And the Picard pilot has not gone down so well. Rumour has it Patrick Stewart's not too happy about it. But I misspoke. Lone Man on 13. It did. It did. I've got that. I got that with this X Files box set ages ago. We're in there. MacGyver, Kurtzman, just some guy. Do you remember also, man, about the computerized guy? And the computer was an AI called. Yeah, I do. He had a helicopter. He wore a Tron-like suit from 70. You remember that suit he had? But didn't his powers run out after a certain amount of time and he had to go back in computer? Yes, Kurtzman. Yep. It might be a good idea. I think they should bring on. I think they should have brought on the original people, you know, from Deep Space Nine. Bring on Berman and them. I thought they should have brought them back. Do you remember, Pete? Pete, just caught your comments, buddy. How's it going? Destroy All Humans, one of my favourite games, out early 2020 for PS4 and Xbox as well. Oh, God, X-Files Millennium. Yeah, I saw that. I remember that episode when he teamed up with Mulder and Scully as well. I remember that. You know, we're all right, Millennium. I didn't catch it all. I think I caught some at first season because BBC back at time were moving it about all the time. And so I only caught it when it were on. But it was good. He worked for that weird organisation, didn't he? I saw the one with the zombies. Yeah, we're pretty good with Millennium. But I never got through the whole. I never got to third season. So I'm a bit lost on where it all ended up with him. Lance, what is it? Hendricks, wasn't it? Great actor. I suppose one of our heroes. Just some guy. Painting our pleasures. Always enjoy everyone's input on Martin's show. Thank you very much. I'm so offended about the new Banana Splits movie. Not that anyone should care if I'm offended. But we do. We do. I grew up on Banana Splits. It was innocent. It was Saturday morning entertainment, you know. Now they turned him into bloodthirsty, murdering, sorry for my language, bastards. It's a trailer, guys. They've made a trailer of the Banana Splits as a bloody horror movie. I'm surprised Hanna-Barbera have put up with this. I really am. But I don't think they exist anymore, do they, Hanna-Barbera? Right. Just some guy. Good sci-fi TV movie, The Lake, starring Oh, God, Yasmin Bleeth. Bloody hell, Yasmin Bleeth. Conspiracy whereby a town had dissipated in a lake and are being replaced with an identical form alternative dying Earth. Oh, that sounds good. What's the film called? Oh, I don't mind watching that. Do you remember that TV series? Something similar to that with Dirty Den, where they were like these aliens and they come out of this town that got destroyed and they were going to take over Wales. What it called The Others or something? It were on years ago. Really creepy. All their eyes turn white when they use the psychic powers. Do you remember that vampire series on Channel 4 as well? It was superb about that secret organisation hunted vampires down. They only made about 5 episodes and we never got a season 2, and it were based under a church, but they worked for government. And they had these scanners on the guns that could see vampires. I am so offended about the new bananas, but not that anyone should get. And yo, just some guy was pleased to see you here, mate. Just some guy. Good set. I right. I read that. Pete Owen, have a look, Pete, at the remake series of Bates Motel. I mentioned it to Matt earlier. It's a must. Yeah, I'm glad. He's really convinced me about that, Pete. So I am going to take a look at Bates Motel. Because if it's one of them, it seems to be one of them things where you watch it and you become a bit hooked on it, and if it's like that, there's potential. Tago, I hope to add Dennis Villeneuve's new Doom movie to my favourites. We do need some love. Do you know, did you ever see, Tiger, did you ever see the miniseries Sci-Fi made, season book 1 and book 2? That was superb. It was very to the books as well. I think they were like 2 hours long, and they did a second season. Then they just cancelled it, and they'd really done it well. I mean, I think it cost about 20 million at the time. Really spent the money back on this I think it was in early 2000s. I do check it out because you can get hold of it. I got a copy of it from Computer Exchange for about £3, and I think there was four episodes and like 2 hours long. But I do recommend it, and I'd like to get hold of the second one as well. So I got right, but I really would like to get onto the third book on Doom, but I suppose we have to go through it all again, But it's going to be interesting to see what they do with it. Yeah, Doom, big books, My dad used to read them. Back in the 70s, he had they were like Bibles, the one book. Right. Daniel's not stopping. I think that the Avengers Endgame surpassed Avatar at the box office. I hope it bloody well did. Avatar were terrible. Well, it were all right. It were overrated for what it was. Well, my opinion. That's me. Pete, I will just. Some guy needed new things to watch. Yeah, now I'm looking for new things to watch. Pete, CJ, The Uninvited. Good man. Classic TV. Oh well, yeah, it were weird with that, wasn't it? Do you remember when Christopher Eccleston did that thing from same makers, where he came to Earth and he were God? He was second coming. It was like in 2 parts. Christopher Eccleston. That were pretty creepy. And you saw demons, they all had like glowing eyes. Do you remember that? And he wished everybody, all demons and they all died at end because it was about free will. Just some guy, Pete Owen, trust me, Pete, you won't be disappointed. You'll be hooked. Trust me. We'll be talking on that show. Excellent. Well, I'm going to take a look at next week or so. I watch, hang on, I will watch. Is Luke, Pete, you're going to fucking love Luke. Sorry of my language. Pete, if you're ready for perverseness of absolute cringeworthy, in your face arrogance, and the guy that plays him is amazing. I do recommend Lucifer. Honestly, I do. Once you start watching his chemistry with her is incredible, and the cast. Basically, to cut it short, everything you've read about the devil is propaganda. He's not like that. Totally. I mean, he went down there to do a job, and that's what I won't spoil it for you. It's one twist after another, so it's really good. I will watch Is Lucifer and just some guy. Pete, not sure, buddy, but not being gripped by any trailers for Lucifer. Bates Motel came highly recommended to me. Well, I'm going to definitely try Bates Motel. It'd be interesting to see what they've done with like Norman and all this. Like, there's something weird about the hotel and things going on around it. That's not the focus on him. So it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do with that. Jane, MacGyver saw the A Team on TV, and that's where MacGyver knows how to escape in the series. Really? Well, that's interesting. So MacGyver watched an episode of A Team, joined the CIA, bought a penknife, and he could solve anything. Right then, I might watch an episode at 18 as well. Uh, I like MacGyver Journey. We're good. It's Richard Dean Anderson, superb. Stargate, Colonel O'Neill. Another great series. And Stargate Atlantis. Didn't like Universe. Sorry, wasn't a fan of that. We're on and off with it. Just some guy. Uh, hang on, Jane. Pete, I will watch the Bates Motel, bud. Yeah, try them both, Pete. I do recommend, honestly, try them both. Well, no, try. Sorry, try them both. I'm going to try Bates Motel next week, and but I do recommend Lucifer. Daniel's hot topic. Avengers Endgame is 2,740,000. 100. Hang on. Daniel's just said this. Avengers Endgame has taken 2,741,145,557. Hang on, I'm going to add this and half a pence. Now that's incredible. God, Disney, they're like the Borg out that Disney, aren't they? Just some guy. Ironically, in the public school system, Lucifer is God. As crazy as that sounds. Yeah, that's true. Well, it's interesting because they made it out to be sort of like propaganda with him. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really sort of don't know. I mean, I just adore Lucifer. The third series, I won't give any spoilers. The third series, that it wanes a bit. I'd say first half, third series is really good, but it sort of dips quite a bit, to the final. It builds up beautifully, but third it's like they lost the writing a bit. But the new one on Amazon is 10 episodes, and it works perfectly. On Netflix, sorry, it works perfectly, and they are making another series. So, and I don't want to spoil it because when you watch the fourth season, you sort of get the full picture of it and it's brilliant. But it works with 10 episodes. I'm more into 10, 13 episode series now than sitting through a whole 24 episode set. I mean, think about it, Deep Space Nine, I think it was 26 episodes a season, some seasons. Do you know what I mean? Uh, just some guy. All right, Daniel's hot topics. I heard that Picard series is in trouble. Well, yeah, it's true. I mentioned this with Pete on Wednesday. Yes, yeah, I'd seen bits on Facebook and other sort of internet sites, but what happened was I've read other reviews. They tried it out with test audiences. I would have liked to have been one of them testers. I'm hoping they do it in UK actually, because they did with Discovery, didn't they? A friend of mine went to a test audience to watch Discovery, first 2 episodes, but you had to join up with someone on Netflix to get picked up for it. But it's had pretty bad reviews. I think the pilot episode, I think they showed 2 episode, people weren't impressed with it. I think that's why. And then suddenly, Kurtzman got sacked. It's rumored at the moment that Kurtzman, he suddenly just he's been sacked. So I don't know. I think all is going to be revealed on that. Do you know what I mean? I really do. Because the Picard series cost more than Discovery. Apparently, it cost a lot of money. So I don't know. I was hoping that the Picard series would be the one that was going to put the franchise back in the game again, and from there we'd finally get into the future. But I don't know. Jane, are we going to see Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Oscar Isaac, and Adam Driver singing Christmas songs in Star Wars Holiday Special? No. And that's a double no. Daniel's up topic. Does that mean Discovery will be in trouble as well? Well, what I'm saying is that uh Picard's not going to Netflix, Daniel. They're not touching it. It's going to Amazon. So why is that? Why is it not going to Netflix? I thought Netflix, they've got the entire Star Trek thing over on Netflix. They've got all of it. Every bit of Star Trek ever made is on Netflix, except the movies. It's one or two movies, but they've got all the series. And with Discovery, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on there. You know? So why is Amazon picking it up? I thought you think Netflix would be on top of that. I know Netflix is going to lose its Marvel franchise. That's finished with Jessica Jones. Pete Owen, hang on. Does that mean Discovery? I hope not, Daniel. I hope not. I hope not. And we are getting season 3, though. Pete, if we do Jane, it will be better than The Last Jedi. God. We'll never get away from that. We'll never forgive him for that, will we? The Last Jedi. Uh, but the film is. Hang on. I love the aesthetic of Lynch's Dune, the music and the actors, but the film is pretty ropey. Have you tried the Redux version? It makes much better. Yes, I've seen all versions of it. Apparently, there's hours and hours of footage to that film. He lost the plot when he made it. Lynch. Apparently, if you put the film into full thing, it goes on for quite a few hours. The whole thing, but they had to cut it down quite a lot, didn't they? So we've never really seen the proper version of it. I don't think. I did say earlier on to Taggart that there was a mini series on Sci-Fi where they made season 1 and 2 of the 2 books, which is far superior to the film, actually. Jane, right? Dan, does that mean? All right. If we do it, Jane, it will be better. All right, Jade, Martin, would you like to see a live action movie of Super Ted and Banana Man? Super Ted and Banana Man and Spotty. Do you remember Spotty, Jane? Do you remember Spotty? He was a bit dodgy. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Super Ted and Banana Man teaming up. Yeah, definitely. I think it'd make it. Well, they've turned Banana Splits into a horror movie, so you know. I watched Star Wars Holiday Special. It was so bad it made me cry. I know. God, it was awful, wasn't it? With Chewbacca's family. What was that about? I've got a copy of that, I picked it up at a comic mart about 10 years ago. Absolutely terrible. George Lucas denies its existence. Discovery is on the ropes. It has no money. Crash and burn. Shower of excrement. You're not having it, are you? You're just not accepting any of it. My friend John's the same. He just will not accept it with it. Discovery. The last series did go up its own ass. It did. I have to say, I don't. Sometimes I sit there with Discovery and I don't know what is going on. James, Adam Driver and Scrooge in Star Wars Holiday Special Part 2. Oh no, Jay, no. We've got to survive the rise of Skywalker yet. Good God. I don't know how they bastardized that film. We've got that to put up with. Right. I've said, all right, just something. Disney needs to be boycotted for having the audacity to try and flog us The Last Jedi. I totally agree. They just thought they could make a shit show or something. We'd all go down there with our wallets. We'd all sit there going, wow, look, it's Star Wars. This is great. We're an intelligent audience. We know what Star Wars is about. We want substance. You know, we want meaning. We want something dark. We want something. Do you know what I mean? Something that's gonna you walk out of the cinema and feel something for it. I sat in a pub with two of my friends and I said, you know, they all agreed with me. It was totally shit. It was terrible. Oh, that's trying to fuck. Pete, I completely agree. Tiger out the Soudica looked ridiculous. Yeah, just some guy in Texas. Pete, boycott all Disney. No, I can't because I like Avengers Endgame and I'm going to see Spider Man. And I didn't mind Captain Marvel. It was all right. It's just her. She ain't got any personality, has she? Just some guy. Pete only agreed. Pete Disney had a bunch of subliminal. Pete. Peyton, Rift Track, Star Wars, all these specialists. It is, isn't it? I mean, it is funny. They really are the JSA target. I'm starting to set the position that anything after the Disney acquisition is non-canon. I spent so much crying and drinking. Otherwise, yeah. Well, after Last Jedi, I can't knock Rogue One though. Rogue One were marvelous. Mike Zero Scrooge. Because he likes to ruin Star Wars 9 several. Well, I watched him this week. I'm fed up with him and his leaks from, set of Star Wars. Always got these set leaks, all the time. And I just don't know how he does it. You know. Uh, Matt said, Pete, you and me tag out of thought parallel. I totally agree. Just some guy. Get out the second batch of more recent Star Wars Emma, and you can flog me for it. But I like the Attack of the Clones simply for the dialogue about politicians between Obi-Wan and Anakin. Well, that's what Star Wars were about, wasn't it? Democracy. And how it can be manipulated to somebody's advantage, so they end up taking over. I think that the conspiracy through the movies about how Palpatine's rise to power is absolutely amazing. About how one man played off two sides in a battle and wiped out all his enemies at the same time. I mean, if you've read the book Darth Plagueis, you get a real insight into Palpatine. I mean, he's a monster. But yet again, the Sith don't think they're evil. It's a point, like he said to Anakin, it's a point of view. Just some guy out second. All right, Pete. Mike Zero is a postule on the anus of humanity. Well, he's always getting set leaks, and every bloody video stands there and that next to his dartboard. He's always stood next to that dartboard, isn't he? With flame. When it starts with flame, and he's going, yes. And the latest leak we've had from the set is, the Knights of Ren. Suddenly that they're all this, and then I think this is what's going to happen. That Palpatine will be found, and you're like, how are you getting all this information, mate? And then he tries flogging you one of his t-shirts. Mike Zero, Dan, it's sad every time starts. Hang on, it's sad every time Star Trek tries to go dark, gritty in action, orientate the fan base as to rally and destroy the product. Because this fan base is so mature, they're like, we don't want dark and gritty. I want dark and gritty. I do, but I do like Discovery. I've defended it, Daniel, but I think what they're trying to do, one of the problems with it is that they're shoving too much canon in it to like so you can relate to it. Do you know what I mean? And they shouldn't be doing that. They should be developing it. Star Trek is about bring the odd thing in, but each series has its own identity. Next Gen is different to the original series. Deep Space Nine is totally different to Next Gen, but there was a crossover. Voyager had its thing going on. They were out in another part of the galaxy trying to get back. DS9, the Dominion War. Next Gen, there were things coming up, but they were also setting up Deep Space Nine with the Bajorans in TNG. They got it so right, but they spread it out. But every series had its identity and created its own thing. Yeah, they did bring the odd thing back, and you need to do that. But I mean, like first series Discovery, we ended up with bloody Mirror Universe, and we ended. And they could have expanded. They could have made the first season. That could have been the build up for second season. You know, I've got to admit, I did like Captain Pike, and I would love to see a Pike series because he'd be free of all this. Do you know what I mean? But I am looking forward to third series. But then explain to me, why did Orville get it so right? Why did Orville get it so right? Why is Orville Star Trek? You know, I do like Discovery, I do. And also, time moves on. It was 20 odd years ago since Deep Space Nine and Next Gen and all this. So mentality has changed since then, and things are going to be different. You're not going to get the same Star Trek back, but they could put the same feel into it. And to be honest, I didn't like the Klingons, but then there's copyright things they can't use the other Klingons, can they? You know. So, but I'm gonna stick with Discovery. But Picard could end the franchise. I don't know. Until I've seen Picard, I cannot say anything about it. But the reviews are bad at the moment. But like I said, until I've sat down and watched that pilot episode, there's nothing I can say. You know, I'm hoping I was hoping that Picard was going to be the doorway to the next level of franchise with it. It's that's how. All right, Pete. I agree, Martin. Prequels have merits. They do. Enterprise worked, didn't it? Enterprise worked until third season. Enterprise, it did work. I'm a big fan. I'm a massive fan of Enterprise, but it had its own identity. And they did use some canon, like they did bring it in. You know, it's like how they worked out how the Klingons had Bridget Edged from original series. It were really clever. They came out the Vulcan thing as well, that 3-part episode. You know, they did some beautiful sort of 3-part episodes, set the canon straight. You know, and I can't knock Enterprise for that, but Discovery has just not done that. That is my problem with it, but I do like it. It's amazing, isn't it, that I find her character rather dull. You know, her character in Discovery, but when he turned up, Captain Lorca, it got better. It's amazing when they put a captain up big seat, suddenly the series changes. It was like when Pike turned up, he saved the second season for me. He did. I like Michelle Yeoh. Michelle Yeoh was superb. It'd been great if she'd been captain through it. You know, but I find her character, you know, or Burnham, I find her rather boring. And she's like got this destiny to play out and all this. When did Star Trek get into all that? You know, I just think they've got to be careful because, I mean, I'm sticking with it. I'm not knocking. I am knocking it, but it's got its good sides about it as well. But they've totally messed up a lot of canon in that. And their excuse what? It ended second season that everything we've watched never happened. Daniel's up top. Just some guy was talking about Star Trek. My apologies. There is a petition of Danny DeVito. Oh God, yeah. Have you heard about Jason Momoa? He wants to play a bit next Wolverine. He's really interested in it. I think it was a bit big, isn't he? Like 9'2". Target. I keep thinking about all of those people who craps on the prequels, and I think to myself, well done. Personally, I love the prequels. I like the prequel films. I mean, Phantom Menace, you know, it was all right. I thought Attack of Clones wasn't too bad. And like you said, I do agree with you. When you dig into the politics of the film and the Senate and the Jedi count, there is a good, strong storyline, and it carries over into number 3 beautifully. You know, which is interesting. The old Sidious thing and that. Just Dan Alpha like Star Trek they were that's another thing, Danny, as well. Look, and just some guy Star Trek Continues got it so right, didn't they? And look at Daniel. Have you seen Star Trek Axanar yet? Star Trek Axanar's coming out. It's out this year. Look what they've done, and they've made it. Daniel, check out Star Trek Axanar. You know, the 20-minute episode, and tell me that is not Star Trek. Tell me it's not. Star Trek Axanar is Star Trek. It's how it should. That's how Discovery should have been done for me. They did that on just under $1 million and made that look better than any episode of Discovery. Axing out, and then know what you know why Paramount took them to court. That's why they were terrified. What they put together in 20 minutes undid everything they've spent 80 million on. I keep just Daniel's hot topic. I like Star Trek. They were the what? I agree with just some guy. Just some guy. Star Trek Continue was good. Daniel's hot topic. Also Voyager. I love Voyager. I think Voyager's brilliant. Tiger, right on Pete. Personally, I don't need Star Trek anymore. I have the Orville. Orville's the best thing out there. You feel so connected to everybody on that show. They're like your mates. Do you know what I mean? And I know there's been 1 or 2 episodes that weren't brilliant, but then suddenly it comes in with like 2 parts that just blow you away, like with Isaac's race going around. You see that planet with all them dead bodies, and Orville's just brilliant. Oh, no, it was Daniel. That is how Star Trek Discovery should have been. They got it so right. Star Trek Discovery should have been that. Peter and personally, Jane released the Dark Phoenix Snyder cut. Don't bother with Dark Phoenix. I urge anyone to take a look at a one-off TV we called The Late Witch has been playing. I'm going to look into that, mate. It sounds interesting and different. I'm going to Google it, actually. Just some guy, Peter, trust me, Peter, you'll like that as well. Stream it on your box if possible. Otherwise, it should be on DVD cheaper on Amazon, eBay. I'm going to pop it to CX tomorrow, so I'll see if it's in there. Tiger, I have to agree with vaccinate and consent. Well, why is that? Tiger, I mean, seriously, why is it them two Star Trek Continues and Accent are far superior to Discovery? Why? And they had no money. I sent money into Accent and I sent in like 30 quid to Star Trek Continues. I think I spent about 50, 60 quid. Because I was so impressed with it. I had to send him something. Do you know what I mean? And what he made that thick guy, were absolute quality. Why can't Discovery be like that? I have to agree with Pete. I will do. Thanks, buddy, for the advice. Tiger, both good. Jane saying the 20 years of the Star Wars prequels. They did, Jane. They did. Pete Owen. Amen, Jane. Don't, Daniel. I won't bother if I were you. Just don't bother. Hello, Kasute. How are you? I hope you've had a good week. We were on about the top 5 favorite films and that, but we're ranting on about Star Trek. So yeah, I think we're all doing well, aren't we, guys? I think we're all here, aren't we? Another week, So yeah, what's your favorite 5 sci-fi series, and your favorite 5 movies of all time? That's where we started, but we've got on to Banana Man teaming up with Super Ted and stuff. On the Banana Splits have been turned into a horror movie. Yeah, we're back at old Star Wars. Yeah, we're torn that apart again. Yeah. Oh, just some guy. Airwolf all day long, definitely. I'd like to see Airwolf remade. Like a hypersonic helicopter with laser guns this time. And Bluetooth. I mean, it was just so cool, stealth mode and all that. Tiger, why can't STT do a good job as Accent out? And continue because they don't care about and get all the money. Yeah, it's about money. Have you noticed there's been no stuff released, though, has there? They've got licenses. Nobody's touching licenses, for all the toys, the ships and the guns and all that. All they've released is badges, t-shirts and books. Where's the action figures? They've not been released. Licensing problems. Nobody's prepared to invest, are they? Because they're frightened. Shops don't want to be stuck full of Star Trek Discovery merchandise. Farscape was. I love Farscape. I like the Peacekeeper Wars. I thought it was a great way to finish it off. You know, the Peacekeeper Wars. Farscape were cool. Very Buck Rogers, wasn't it? Just some guy. They could have Airwolf chasing UFO. That'd be good. It would have been good. That Airwolf taking on a UFO. Just as it's leaving orbit, it goes into like hyper mode and it just takes it out. Peter and Tiger, it's better because they can't write and have passion STDs written by imbeciles. Well, I'm starting to wonder that now. You know, but I'm looking forward to the third season. I do like his character. I like Saru. I think Saru is an awesome character. You know, and there are last series there was some good episodes where you had that Star Trek feel like them. You know, where they go to a weird planet and something weird's going on. That's them episodes, especially the one about Saru's race of people. You know, being kept down from evolving. We're like very Logan's Run. Tiger turn up. Does Red Dwarf count as? Of course it does. Yes, of course it does. Red Dwarf is class. It truly is. Just some guy. Farscape was back in 2000. Loved it. Then for me, veered off in the later series. Yeah, it sort of dropped a little bit, didn't it, towards the end? But the Peacekeeper was definitely made up for it. Yes, I did. I watched it E3 with Keanu Reeves. Cyberpunk looks good. Like Keanu Reeves, really decent guy. So I'd say sci-fi comedy. Farscape had some very good. I did Cardago. I've met her numerous times. You know the blue one. She turns up at every single convention going. You know Zan. I forgot her name now. I've met her so many times. She keeps turning up. I don't know if she's been. She were in Mad Max, wasn't she? Second one. Just some guy. Did you notice in Farscape his father was boxing? Yes, he was. He was Ken McCord. That's his name, and he were in Battlestar Galactica. Dare to say it, 80. Oh come on, Viper bikes were cool though, weren't they? One, Viper. I mean, all right, we can sort of, and there was that really cool episode at the end. Whatever happened to Starbuck? That was superb. Yeah, yeah, probably. He did. He probably does look good for his age. Some of them do, don't they? Ken McCart. He must be knocking on him now. Must be in his 70s, him now. But Galactica 80 was. It wasn't bad. Dr. Z, the Milky Bar kid. Do you remember him? Sat in that chair with hot tellies. You know. Oh yeah, Return of Starbuck was superb, but it was a very fitting tribute to that character. You know. Just some guy, Richard Hatch tried to get that trailer released to find Starbuck. Have you seen the Richard Hatch Battlestar Galactica promo before they made the other series? Just before that, about 1999, Richard Hatch raised the money to bring Battlestar Galactica back, and he made a promo. It's a 4-minute promo reel of where it were all going to go. And it does make you wonder that the new series took quite a lot from that. And I would have rather have seen the Richard Hatch version of BSG. It's on YouTube. You can watch it. Just type in Richard Hatch Battlestar Galactica promo. It's really good. Count Iblis were back. He was like a big villain in it. And the Cylons had evolved. And I think they've got a planet now. And they're like they've got a lot of Vipers and there's other battle stars. So I think I assume Cylons haven't found them for a couple of decades. Daniel's up top. I just watched Plan 9 from Outer Space last night on YouTube. Daniel, that is a classic film. I'd like to see a modern remake of that. Plan 9 from Outer Space. Ed Wood was a genius. I do recommend Johnny Depp as Ed Wood. Honestly, I'd get the film. You were just blown away by it. Pete Owen, Dr. Z crap. Because Kasuti Sanderson. I know it's not sci-fi, but I love Xena. Weren't they going to bring that back? But they were going to get somebody else to play her, and then it all disappeared, didn't it? I love Xena. Xena, what did you ever see the two-part when she took on the samurai at the end? I mean, incredible, thousands samurai, and she's there. She's got blood all over her, and she's taking them all out to stop because she's got to die to stop that demon thing. Jane, the streets of San Francisco. Oh God, yeah. Carl Malden and Michael Douglas and Crazy Like a Fox. Jack Ward ran for 2 seasons. Crazy Like a Fox. Yeah, just some guy. Yes, Universal were being twats and wouldn't allow him to release it. John Kalikas just died before the showing. Yeah. Well, he went around it. I used to buy SFX magazine back in 90s. I know it's still going, but I don't really buy it now because, well, everything's online now. We've got like all these shows like Collider and Nerd and all that. So you watch them for all latest stuff. But what I found interesting about that, he was going around all the conventions trying to get it off the ground to get financing from the fans. But like I said, they pulled on it, didn't they? And it's such a shame because I would have liked to have seen that. Yeah, I really did like Richard Hatch as Apollo because he was so passionate about it. Did you read the books? Did you read the books he wrote? Warwolves and all others. A fantastic read. About when they were still trying to find Earth. Just some incredible Xena. Xena were awesome. I've got the box set of all the DVDs. I'd like to see it on Blu-ray. I do like Hercules, though. Cheesy, but it were good. Daniel's Plan 9 from Outer Space was Bela Lugosi's found. Yes, it was. It was. Jane Turner, which set is your favourite streets of San Francisco? Tiger, if we're straying, then I'd go with the sand. Oh God, the Sandbaggers. Good lad, it's a cracking set. Hey, Sandbaggers were good. I ain't seen the film though. R.I.P. Richard, that's terrible what happens there. I think it was pancreatic cancer, bad way to go. He was in his 60s as well, I think. He was good as Tom Zarek in Battlestar Galactica. Right, guys, I've been on an hour and a half. Right, guys. Sorry, I'm gonna have to go. But I will be back on Wednesday, 7:00. Come and join in. Thanks, everybody. Sorry, even those all came in a bit late. I will see you all on Wednesday at 7:00. I don't know. Let me know what you want to talk about. Leave a comment, and we'll talk about that on Wednesday, or I'll think of something. Gone off track. Thanks, Jane, for Banana Man and Super Ted versus. Who'd win in a fight between Super Ted and Banana Man? Who do you think would defeat? Oh, that'd be an interesting one, wouldn't it? Banana Man versus Super Ted. Who would win? We'll leave that to answer on Wednesday. Spotty. All right, guys. Have an awesome week, and I will see you Wednesday at 7:00 UK time. And yeah, it's been great. We've gone totally off track again, but that's what I like about it because we just end up in the crazy places. So, guys, have a great week. Jane, let me know who would win in a fight between Banana Man and Super Ted. And I want scientific analytics to back it up as well. All right, then. Yeah, see you later, guys. Have a great week, and I will speak to you all soon. And I can't wait for Wednesday. All right, guys, take care. Bye.